Yo, what's good my fellow Deadheads? Your Overlord has returned. Today we are going to be talking about Curse Suite Battle. They actually did an update with it whenever they did the 2.20 version update for JJK Phantom Parade, the Japanese version at least, not the global version. And I just kind of wanted to go over what they added really, because I went over it in a video, but it was just kind of very quick, very brief. But this time I am actually going to be getting into the game itself and figuring out 100% what is going on here, to give you the shortest, sweetest, simplest explanation that I can. Pretty much, they added a hidden potential system to this game, just like Dokkan has. And this literally is the mission for you to get the hidden potential system, like materials. Also exactly the same as Dokkan, where you had to go and do a very specific mission. This one is even like time gated, I guess. So you only have a certain number of runs you can do in the week. It looks like you can reset. Oh, you can't reset your runs completely. You can just add 2 extra runs every week for 160 cubes. Okay. So it looks like you have 8 attempts on this every week, and that's not 8 attempts on each one of these. It's like, okay, if you beat this one all the way through, all right, cool. That's one of your 8 runs. You got 7 runs left. Choose wisely amongst these, right? Now, I will say that I was a little confused at first, because every person, let's go look at Sukuna real quick, because I've already put a few skill mats into him, because they give us some for free. Even though I haven't done that game mode, they do give away some mats for free when this first comes out, as they usually do with a lot of stuff. Like when they introduced the tower, I'm pretty sure they gave us a free phantom seal, right? But if you come here and look at Sukuna's hidden potential, this tells you that every character in the game has hidden potential, because Sukuna is one of the newest characters, yet he already has a hidden potential system. But you can see here that there's some blue, some green, oh my gosh, there's some orange over here, and then there's like some red over here, or pinkish, I guess, right? You saw we had a bunch of different colors for those different Curse Suite battle stages, but if you actually click on these, it shows you that we actually just need blues for this, right? So since Sukuna is a blue character, he just needs blue ones. Literally all of the materials look like this, right? But just different colors for this specific part of the tree. So this is going to be cursed energy. This part over here is going to be physical energy, or I mix them up all the time. Taijutsu and Jujutsu, I mix them up all the time. But like, you literally have a node right here that looks like a ninja star, kinda. You have another node right here that looks like a 6-point star. Then you have these nodes down here, which are HP. And then you also have this one right here, which kind of joins the HP side of it. But I guess this would be like a kind of like general, you know, hidden potential material. So I guess there is area specific ones, and by that I mean like, okay, HP's down here, you know, Taijutsu, Jujutsu. Then you have like general ones, I guess. And you can see that the highest one on the HP needs like a general one to be added on, and actually gives you extra cursed energy, which is interesting. This one right here does not require any of the general ones, and neither is this. So it seems that the only ones that require general ones are going to be the ones that change your skills. And then these ones right here, the cursed energy ones, just because there is not an entire specific cursed energy section, so they just thought to add it on to the health section, of course. But if you go to another character who is a different color, cool, perfect. You go to another character who is a different color, you can see once more, and as you can see, it's literally like showing me the ones that are glowing are the ones that I have enough to fill in completely right now. It takes 5 per node of the small ones. Then once you start to go up in different tiers and everything, all of a sudden you're gonna need like a really big one here, or an SR one or something like that. But this UG skill tree is very, very simple. For why, I'm not sure. So one thing that I am curious about is, do they ever, oh, it's so simple because he doesn't have cursed energy. This is just Taijutsu. So I said them backwards earlier. This one is actually Taijutsu, and the one that looks like a ninja star is Jujutsu. But Yuji's a specific case just because he is a not a red character, because he is an all Taijutsu character, not a Jujutsu character. So he's just not gonna have Jujutsu in here. But let's try to find a different character like Miwa. Cool. You can see Miwa's tree is it's a bit wonky. It's different from like Sukuna, of course, but like you can see here, the essential stuff is still there. There's a clear distinction between the Taijutsu, the Jujutsu, and then the HP down here. And as you can see, again, a red character requires the red material, so you would do the red stage. But as you can see, the icon for the material itself is exactly the same as the blue one. It's just that the color has changed. But now I think that's enough about the hidden potential system, and also some of the characters get their skills upgraded and everything, which some characters they did not actually say got their skills upgraded. So it looks like every character gets some degree of like skill upgrade. I know 3 characters that they just actually updated were Red Nobara, Blue Jogo, and Green Saki, but the SSR one. And I have none of those characters on my Japanese account, which means that I need to get to some grinding here. Actually, I think Panda might have some fully like realized. Yes, this is what a fully realized hidden potential system looks like. You can see here that one of the skills gets buffed like no matter what on any other characters. Even Sukuna had something up here, right? But then you can see here what a full hidden potential system looks like is 0 out of 32 instead of whatever the number was on Sukuna's. But you can see right here, this one is directly buffing Panda's taunt skill, and then this one right here is directly giving Panda an additional buff on another one of his skills. And let's actually go back to Sukuna and see if the number is out of 32 for him as well. So Sukuna's number is out of 32, but I guess you can only get it to, I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna count the nodes at this point. So I guess these two don't count. Oh, yeah. These two don't count because you can see separately down here under, it says SP. And guys, this isn't like, somebody might be watching this video right now like, duh, dead man. But like, honestly, bro, I barely play the Japanese version. Like this reroll is from the half anniversary, if you cannot tell, or the anniversary, if you cannot tell, because that's when Sukuna was here. I have not really played much since that. If I played since that, do you think my Sukuna will be level 86 and everybody else will be like level 1 basically? Like, no, obviously I haven't been playing this version. So that is what I can decipher from the hidden potential system. Now let's actually go into Curse Sweep Battle and look at exactly what they added. So if you look right here in the Curse Sweep, or honestly, we don't even need to go to Curse Sweep Battle, but you can see right here the exchange screen is right here. If I click on exchange, it's going to take me directly to that portion of the shop. Guys, I'm looking at this and it says it's an item needed to awaken a character's potential, but I'm so curious as to where they need that potential awakened, because I don't recall seeing that item in the potential screen. This does not require it, nor does this one. Let's look at a character. Let's look at a character who does have the actual SP skills and take another closer look at those SP skills. Okay, yeah, so if you look here at the SP skills, you can see for the actual SP skills, you need these right here, but you need 5 of those? That's crazy. But then again, I don't know how exactly you get these, but again, I'm going to assume that it's beating one of the stages like all the way through, and then you get a medal, and then you can trade the medal for one of these. It's a 1-to-1 exchange, so that's not too bad. Plus, obviously, this is a fresh aspect to the game, so I guess they don't want people to max it out immediately as soon as it's out. It makes sense. But I just figured out where the little conversion area is. It's literally below right here, where you can trade in character shards and you can trade in your recollection bits right here and trade in materials to get or to kind of convert these materials around. Literally, if you want to get from a rare to an SR, then you need 10 of the material right here, and then obviously you need one of these per SR material you're trying to make. And then if you're trying to make an SSR material, you need 1 of these and, oh, I'm sorry. No, you need 5 of these and 5 of these per SSR material you want to make. So just to give you guys an idea of how the conversion rates look, for the R to SR, very small amount of the dust needed, but a lot of the rare materials needed. So I assume that the rare materials drop relatively easily from the game mode. I cannot try it on this account just yet, or I will get absolutely squashed. Then if you want to go from the SR materials to the SSR materials, you need 5 of the SSR materials and 5 of the little memory dust powders. So these probably don't drop as easily. That's why you only need 5 of them. But even still, if you're able to convert them any which way you want, then you'll be perfectly fine. And then these, yeah, these are literally just like, these are literally just direct transfers, not sideways transfers, equivalent exchange, I guess you could say. Not really, because it's every 2 for 1, but I mean, it's to change it out for a material of the same level. But the last thing that I actually want to do is go back to the JJK live stream that they did yesterday and talk about a portion of the stream that they had called Phantom Parade Strategy School. It was actually really cool and I think really helpful for a lot of players. I mean, obviously it wasn't too helpful for me because I'm not even interacting with the game mode that much, but I do feel a little more, I guess the word is assured in my choices for teams that I'm building for this game mode in advance. So basically in this part of the stream, they were explaining kind of how Curse Sweep Battle works. And then once you get past this, they were actually showing graphs and a lot of statistics for the characters that are being used, like the damage that's being done. I think the how worked on the characters are, what level people are making it to. Like, they had all the stats, and honestly, I just really appreciated them having all the stats, because I feel like gacha games don't really do that too often. So you can see here, it looks like the one that people are beating the easiest, this says red. So this is the one that's weak to red, or the one that is, hold on, let's see. I can kind of cross-reference with the game, like, side by side. Hold on. Okay, cool. So now I have a little side by side. So this boss right here drops the green or blue material. So it looks like the weakness for this boss is actually red, because that is the symbol that means Gin right there. This symbol down here means blue. So I guess blue units would be the ones that are strong against this one, because this boss drops green materials. This one right here is the yellow material boss, and it is weak to green, Yoru. And then this one right here is the red material boss, and it is weak to yellow, which is Ko. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all right now, the reason why these stats are skewed the way that they are is because this one's weak to red. This one's weak to red, so you have the choice of Domain Expansion Gojo. You have the choice of Domain Expansion Gojo. You have Yuta. You have Toji. You have, I mean, Red Yuji, I still think is a solid option. Maki just got an awakening. Like, you have a lot of strong red DPSs. You have Yaga, you have Inamaki, you have Nanami. Like, you have, the red team is like very well developed. You have a lot of different options for what you need. I'm actually surprised that people are beating the one that yellow is strong against more than the red one, though, because this one right here, your main options are like Young Gojo, Zone Yuji. Okay, never mind. You have Incomplete Domain Megumi. You know what? That makes sense. Yeah, basically, the one that people are beating the most are the ones where you have to use yellow units. Literally, Incomplete Domain Megumi, Zone Yuji. They have the characters who people are using the most in all these fights. But I'm just going ahead and telling you why the stats are skewed this way. This one right here is for, what did I say? This one is where blue is the strongest. And I'm surprised that people aren't, I'm surprised as many people aren't squashing the blue one, because Sukuna's blue, and Sukuna looks like this is a cake, or makes this look like a cakewalk in my opinion. Anytime I've seen somebody use Sukuna inside of this dungeon, it looks like, I mean, he's doing perfectly fine. Now there is the thing that you have to get the bosses killed within 17 turns. So that is one very big proponent of this fight. You don't have all day, you can't do stall comps, you can't do anything like that. That's why defensive characters are maybe not the best option here. And then the one that's weak against green, people are struggling with this one, which am I surprised by that? Not really, because the best green DPSs we have are literally Hollow Purple Gojo, and Hollow Purple Gojo, he leaves in 7 turns at best case scenario. But if you use his ultimate earlier on, then he's just gone. I can see the way Mahito works would just take too long for this stage. Green Yuji is probably good for this stage, but how many people playing the JP version absolutely maxed out Green Yuji and then circled back around when this update came out and was just like, oh dude, nice, my Yuji's cracked now? Like, how many people in the entire player base do you think did that? Probably not a lot. I'm working on Green Yuji now on the global version. Yeah, I'm trying to get all the skills to level 10 now, but that's because I have the hindsight and I know that he's going to be getting like disgusting from the Japanese side to the global side. So I have that extra, you know, hindsight, foresight. Everybody else did not have that hindsight, so it makes sense. So I could understand why green is struggling the most, but yeah, no, yellow being the easiest, did not expect. With Domain Expansion Gojo and with Sukuna, and honestly, this one probably looks this way because people are probably using Sukuna and Domain Expansion Gojo anyway, but they probably have Domain Fushiguro, which is just making it piss easy, like leagues easier. Realistically, you probably don't even need mono teams. You probably could just try to cheese all of these with Sukuna and Gojo if you wanted to, and just bring the right supplementary characters that are the right color. But honestly, I'm still gonna go the mono team route just because I'm putting in the effort for it, and it kind of just gives me something that I think is fun to build towards. But now let's go in and look at a little bit more information here. So this says top 3 characters used by players who cleared reward rank 6. So this isn't even people who have completely beaten Curse Sweet Battle. These are just people who made it past stage 6. And it's giving you the top like characters statistics wise, right? So for the beast that's weak against yellow, what we see the most is Young Gojo. That is first and foremost. All of his skills are on average or grade 9, which makes a lot of sense. People have had Gojo for a very long time, have had time to work on his skills for a very long time. Level 139 because they're in the JP version and their level cap is literally all the way up to like level 150. So that means that some people are probably at level 150, but a lot of people aren't. So then maybe some people are at like level 140, and then maybe even some people still aren't even at grade 15 fully just yet. Then the second character we're gonna have here is gonna be Incomplete Domain Megumi. All the skills around level 8. Usually if you have all the skills around level 8, it's fine. He's grade 14, and it also even shows you their average CP. So like they're giving you every single stat. Like pretty much what they're saying is, guys, when you're trying to beat these missions, use these 3 characters and then throw in whoever you want for a 4th slot for a support, blah, blah, blah. It should work out for you. This is pretty much the stats they're giving right now. And they're trying to, I'm pretty sure they're trying to skew everybody to use these characters or something reminiscent of that, just so they have a better grip on how the units should look that they're releasing, I guess. Because what good is a unit being released in the new era of the game if the unit can't do all of the hard contents, right? It's kind of like, why did you even release that? What was the point? It was just a cash grab at that point. Then the third character that we're looking at is going to be Zone Yuji at level 119, grade 14, all the skills around level 7. His combat power is way lower, but you also have to remember that Yuji is an anniversary character. He started off the anniversary, so a lot of people are not going to have him. And especially a lot of people aren't going to have him worked on. If we look at red characters, this is not surprising to me. Yaga, level 113. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I've already shot past that. My Yaga is level 115. But Yaga level 113, grade 13 is how it's looking, and this is obviously the boss that's weak to red now. But Yaga 113 level, grade 13, and then all of his skills on average are level 7. Not too strong in the CP department. It is a SR character. It is still insane to me that Yaga just holds relevance till this day. That man's goated for real. Then we see right here the second character, which is hilarious to me, that Yaga showed up as the first result versus this Gojo here. But I mean, honestly, it's not that surprising because only sweats and free-to-plays who are absolutely extremely crazily lucky are going to have Domain Expansion Gojo. Everybody has Yaga. Everybody has Yaga. Skills on average level 7 is kind of crazy, but I mean, honestly, as long as your both skills like maxed out, and honestly, your ultimate, it wouldn't hurt if that's maxed out as well. As long as those 2 skills are maxed out or close to it, I think you're perfectly fine. Second character, obviously, is going to be the GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend, Domain Expansion Gojo. He's on level 113. Once again, another situation where he was an anniversary character with Yuji, but literally he came out a little bit later than Yuji, so I'd expect people to have him worked on even less. But people are still putting in the work and getting his skills up, which is excellent. And then third character, Yuta, level 129. Just one of those characters who's been in the game longer, so it's like obviously you're gonna have him worked on. All his skills are around level 8. I'll be honest with y'all, my Yuta's already level 125. He's only grade 12, obviously, because grade 13 is not in the game yet until the next 2 days. All my skills are level 10 though. Like my Yuta is looking like, honestly, I'm looking at this list of characters that they're suggesting, and I'm just like, dude, my Gojo is definitely gonna be stronger than that. My Megumi is already this strong. Zone Yuji, who knows if I pick him up, but honestly, who knows if I even need to use him. My Yaga, definitely stronger. My Domain Expansion Gojo, where we don't have one on the global version yet. My Yuta definitely is going to be stronger than that. Mine's already level 125. He's already 5 dupes. His skills are all already level 10, so mine's going to perform beautifully in the event. Now let's go ahead and keep going, and we're going to see who they got for the green and blue. Cool. So for the blue, it's going to be Sukuna as number 1, of course, level 134. Everybody loves Sukuna. Who doesn't love Sukuna? Grade 14. Skills on average are level 9. Gojo's on average is higher CP than Sukuna just because people have had him since day 1 of the damn game. Level 128 because Gojo did fall off at a certain point and people just haven't maintained leveling him. I am going to maintain leveling my Gojo though, specifically for this game mode, because I feel like even though people don't really care to maintain Gojo that much anymore and they talk about how he fell off, hey bro, if you got him, you got him. And if he's 5 out of 5 and all his skills are level 10, you might as well work on him. I mean, bro, they're literally going to release an SP update for this man in the future eventually. He'll get some relevance back eventually. And then level 115 Momo makes a lot of sense. Support character, not dealing damage. Really what you want to prioritize is the characters who are dealing damage first and foremost. Then right here, the green team is the only team that you don't see the top 3 options are mono characters. The Yaga here is a little more leveled, obviously because he's in an event where he's not type advantage, so he's going to take a little bit more damage whenever he gets hit, so you just want to keep him safe. My Hollow Purple Gojo is already level, he's only level 115 because I used the Phantom Seals on characters who need it more, and Hollow Purple Gojo performed for me exceptionally well every content that I use him in. Why did my video turn off in the background? But he performed exceptionally well for me in every content that I use him in, so I didn't really see a need to give him a Phantom Seal at the time. I'm still going to give him one before this all comes out and everything. He's actually the next character I'm looking to give the Phantom Seal to. Ghetto, I got super lucky and got Ghetto with a dupe, so I am very glad about that. Yaga here, again, I just explained him. Gojo on average level 9 skills is good, obviously. On average level 8 skills for Ghetto is good as well. And guys, remember, on average does not mean every single skill is this level. It means that the skills, if you added up all of them together and then divided by 4, the number you're getting is like 9. So they're telling you specifically right here that your attacker units, on average, you want to have them level 119 or higher. On average, you want to have them grade 14 or higher. And then on average, you want to have their skills level 7 or higher. Obviously, makes a lot of sense because I feel like at the very least, if it's your attacker, their skills need to be all level 8, so you're getting some reasonable damage. Level 7 is kind of pushing it. Because level 8 is understandable just because you don't need any chaotic Jujutsu crystals to get to level 8. You need it for level 9 and level 10. Now, if you're talking about your ultimate, that's going to be level 7, which does require chaotic Jujutsu crystal to get to level 8, but I mean, still. Then your supporters, obviously, it doesn't matter as much about their stats because they're not going to be, or honestly, I can't say they're not going to be as squishy. Defenses in the damn stat in this game, they're all equally squishy, but your support's not there to do the damage, so obviously they're making the reasoning that you don't need them to be as strong since they're not really doing damage. But still, though, on average, skills level 7 or higher. On average, grade 13 or higher. On average, level 113 or higher. So not that much of a difference for what you need from your attackers to your supporters. But what I will say is, global players, I think this is the prime opportunity right now to go ahead and just hit grade 13 whenever it comes out in the next 2 days here. And then when grade 13 comes out, also go ahead and boost up any characters that you want for your mono teams or whatever teams you're planning on using for Curse Sweep Battle. And then if you want to, I think you might be okay to just chill on grades for now, because we're talking about the JP version where the max level is 140, 150 if you have a Phantom Seal. And they're over here telling you explicitly, honestly, as long as your attackers this level or higher, you're fine. Now, obviously, the higher the level you go on the character, the better they're going to be, but just keep in mind that these guys did the actual research, got all the stats for you. We're not even through all the stats. We just saw a first little bit of the stats, and they already have given you a very good breakdown of what you're looking to get done here before you go into this event. It's also showing the extra stats that you get from the translation says Curse Liberation. So it looks like from this, he is getting an additional. The combat power increase is 2,596, so nearly 26,000 CP. I mean, that doesn't really matter. Like, I don't think this game is really odd in the sense where, like, it doesn't even feel satisfying to get a really high CP. Like, I check my highest team CP every now and then just to flex, but I mean, like, it don't really feel like I'm getting no gains out of the CP itself, because when I go into missions, as long as I have a stall comp or just a really good debuffer, supporter, or something, I can always ramp my damage up to where it needs to be. CP feels a little inconsequential in this game, now that I think about it. HP goes up by 4,740. Taijutsu goes up by 1,360. No cursed energy, of course. His starting cursed energy goes up by 5. His maximum cursed energy increases by 10. And then his special gauge amount stays exactly the same. I do find it very interesting that characters get extra starting cursed energy. So now that makes sense to me, because all the way on the left side, there was one little node that said +5. That's the starting cursed energy. All the way on the right side, there was another node in the HP section that said +10. That's the overall cursed energy. So it's good to know that. Very good. So it's just showing you everything that gets boosted whenever you do the hidden potential system. So honestly, they're just trying to get the player base to play this. They're just trying to let you know, like, yo, with the hidden potential system, you get this stuff. These are the teams you want to run. These are like the levels you want to get your characters to, blah, blah, blah. So what's this? Is this just going back over the top 3 again? Yes. I'm very curious as to why they showed all the top 3 by themselves and then just showed them all together anyway. I'm just like, all right, you could have just showed them all together in the first place. So I think that's actually the end of the Curse Sweep battle portion, because literally this is just them going in and showing off like meme animations and stuff and talking about all the characters and what levels they're at. But like other than that, they don't really give any more information on Curse Sweep battle. And if you guys want to see these meme animations, go check out my video where I break down Meme's entire kit. I went over all of her animations and everything, went over the page that came with her. But I still had to do the separate video where I talk about the entire celebration. But if you guys did enjoy this video, found it informational, found it helpful for you, I feel like I was in school, to be honest, because like I said, I haven't been able to directly interact with Curse Sweep battle, or rather, I haven't put in the effort to directly interact. But if you guys did enjoy the video, then you can go down below and you can crank that like button. Did the like button glow when I said that? I don't know. That man Nanogenics be saying that shit all the time, and I be seeing the like button glow, but like, how many people are actually watching YouTube videos on a computer anymore? Usually people are on their phone, tablets, or TVs, but that's besides the point. Y'all go down below, y'all hit the like, y'all comment and let me know what you did and did not like about the video, because the dead man listens to you. And you can also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know every single time that boy dead man is about to spawn in. But that is going to be it for today's video. Peace out, you guys. Have a good one.